How are y'all doing tonight? Happy Sunday, everybody. We're gonna do something special today. Just got home from a 16-person party gig. It's been a long day. We don't usually work on Sundays, but today we did. But it's okay because we made it home in time for the live. 8 o'clock every single Sunday. That's my responsibility now because I've got to show you all some cool stuff. And today we're gonna make some cool stuff. Gimme gummy worms. How you doing? Czech Republic. All right, Czech Republic. Good. So today we're making what you guys would call pierogi, but they're a little bit smaller. The Ukrainians would call it vereniki, and the Russians would call it pelmeni. So I'm gonna show you how to make piroshki. No, not piroshki. Not today. That would take a little more time because I'd have to rise it. How you doing, baby doll? Aw. Hello, boo boo. All right, let me finish this. Let me wake up a little bit, and then we'll get into the kitchen. What do you say? How y'all doing tonight? Oh boy, cheddar potato sauerkraut pierogi. Ground specialty, yes. Yes, but today we are doing just potato because I'm feeling a little mild. I want to make sure that I don't blow out my palate. I had a lot of different foods today, and honestly, I'm just trying to chill. This is going to be the easiest pelmeni you can make. And you can take this pasta dough and do anything you want. And basically, the way that you do a pelmeni looks very, very similar to a tortellini. So if you know how to make a tortellini, you're already halfway there. Are y'all ready? Let me get a couple yeses. Can you hear me? Let me get a couple yeses. When I see yes, let me get 2, 3 yeses, and we'll go right to the kitchen. Cool. Low key tired. It's okay. This is gonna be a quick one. We'll get this done within the hour. Yeah, Ken Kilbasa. Oh, I know it. I know it. All right. Let's get in that kitchen. Got the vibes going. You see that? See that? That is called brutalist architecture. This right here is my absolute favorite type of building. Large, cement. Most people would call it ugly, but I happen to like it very much. There's something very calming about giant cement structures. Right. Let's get y'all plugged in here. Let me make sure I can see the chat. So I'm gonna turn on my computer. Let's get you situated. I'm gonna put you here so you can see the dough. How's that? Is that good? Is that good? Okay. Does that work? Uno momento. Here we go. I can see your comments. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, yeah. The hair color thing. True. Okay. So there's a poll. You guys have like maybe 12 hours left. There is a poll on my Instagram at the Gourmet Rabbit. Go vote. It's a game. It's called Character Select. Now, if you see this before tomorrow, so Monday, Friday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, today Sunday the 15th. So if you see this video before Monday, I don't even remember what number I was on, 16th, Monday the 16th maybe. If you see this video, go to my Instagram and go vote for the hair color. So if you pick brunette, I'm gonna do dark recipes like dark meat, steaks. I got some Harry Potter recipes. I'm gonna do something called a cottage pie. I'm gonna do, you know, gravies, red sauces, American gravies, Russian gravies. I'm gonna do dark breads like rye breads. But if you pick blonde, I'm gonna do light sauces, white sauces. I consider coffee a light, so I'm gonna do coffee desserts, vanilla especially, lots and lots of vanilla. White meats like chicken. I'm gonna do fish, stuff like that. So right now I'm currently a brunette. So I would really be very happy if I could go blonde tomorrow. And I don't know what's winning right now. The last time I checked, I think blonde was winning. But you still got time. You still got plenty of time. And yeah, I want to go blonde. Dark meat like a meatball, spaghetti and meatball for you late in the night. Masha, you picked blonde. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. All right. You know what? Let's start with the potato, okay? The potato is probably something we're gonna have to do first because it's gonna take 15 minutes to boil. So your date's coming over in 1 hour and you wanna make some potato pelmeni or pelmeni kartoshka. Is that how you would say it? You had to go brunette, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I don't mind, I don't mind. Pick what you want. Let's get our potatoes, okay? So, come over here. Actually, I'll come over here first. All right, we're gonna peel some potatoes. You guys know how to peel potatoes, so you don't need a close-up of that. For this, we're gonna do about serving for two, okay? Serving for two people. And the reason why you want to peel these is because when you have the skin, you get a nice texture in your mashed potatoes. But if you want something smooth, especially for a filling for a ravioli, this is how you're gonna want to do it. So you want to get that skin off. And usually you can save your veggie scraps, but potato scraps, you don't need them because you don't really want to make veggie stock out of potatoes. It just tastes kind of gross. potato type. Okay, so today we're using something called a Yukon Gold potato. I like Yukon Gold because it's a little less starchy than, let's say, a russet, and it's a lot less waxy than a fingerling potato. Yukon Gold is like the creamiest potato in my opinion. And if you make fries out of Yukon Gold, they don't get as crispy, but they are very fluffy, very soft on the inside, and you get a nice little crust on the outside. So we're gonna use these. And the smaller you cut your potatoes, the quicker they will boil. So if you work in a restaurant, you probably cut them in half like that, and then take your time. But if your date's coming over and you don't have much time, we're gonna do potatoes. And you know what? This is such an easy recipe. I really like making homemade pasta, especially pelmeni, because especially with potatoes, or you know, you can use ground beef, you can use anything you want. And the reason why I like making this, it's because it's so chill, so easy, super low maintenance, super low effort. And you think maybe it's intimidating because, you know, because it's pasta dough. No, it's not very scary at all. Like, I'm gonna show you. Pasta dough is quite easy. This is not how I would make a typical Italian pasta dough, but this is how I would do a Russian pelmeni. It's a little more plain, kind of like a dumpling. It's a dumpling basically. It's the same water, flour, egg ratio as you would do for a dumpling. So let's cover that in water and let's get that on. As soon as it starts to boil, we're gonna put on our 15-minute timer because you don't want to cook it too long. So I'm gonna put that on high, okay? And pelmeni's been around since the beginning of Soviet time. It's a very, very, very old Slavic culture classic. I've been looking for one of those counter units. Is that electric or induction? I heard good things about induction. Only downside was it takes a while to heat up carbon steel. Okay, so I have an electric stove in the back. This is an induction hot plate. I like induction for boiling water because induction gets it very hot very fast. I don't understand the science behind it. I know it's a lot of magnets and electromagnetic currents, but it's a very, very, very cool technology. And yeah, you're gonna see that this is gonna come to a boil fairly quickly. Induction's good for that. When we cook at houses, let's say for a gig, I don't like induction because they don't always detect every single pot. Like stainless steel, it detects, and it has to have a certain bottom. You can't really put everything on this. I think it detects iron, but there's certain pots out there, pots and pans, that doesn't get detected by it, and it's just like, you just sit there, you're like, why does it keep turning off? It's because it doesn't sense it. It's like a magnet. So, I don't know. I'm not really too picky on where I cook. I could cook on a cast iron on a fire, which we'll probably do next Sunday. Maybe we can do a 2-hour special. We'll start at 7. I use Yukon. You're the one of the few that leans Yukon for this. All I ever see is russet in recipes. Yeah, because russet's the cheapest. It's the quickest to get. It's the easiest. It's the most accessible. Everybody has it. You won't find this potato everywhere. Yeah, Masha, because you know the truth. Olivier, is that for you would use a russet for Olivier salad? Wouldn't work with ceramic coats. I don't think so. Don't you have an induction on your Amazon storefront? I do. If you go to my Amazon storefront, if you go to I don't know where you would find it. I guess, oh, it's probably in the link on my Instagram. If you go to my Amazon, you can find the induction burner that I prefer. And if you buy any of the kitchen tools on my link, then I actually get a little hookup, and I think you possibly get a discount. So go do that. Actually, the discount might not be a thing. Cast over coals is what, yeah. You know what's up, my man. You know what's up. Cast iron over coals. All right, now that that's going, let's start our dough. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's start our dough. Yeah, I use red or russet for Olivier so I don't lose shape as much. That's true. So russet's very tough. Russet is a very tough. It's almost a Russian. Maybe they called it russet because it's Russian. But the russet potato, let's call it the Russian potato, is very, very sturdy. Kartoshka. Masha, would this be called pelmeni kartoshki? How would you say this in Russian? All right, let's get the flour. Masha, tell me. I need to know. Is it pelmeni kartoshka? Okay, look, it's boiling. So we're gonna turn that down to like a medium so it doesn't get super annoying. And by annoying, I mean it starts to bubble over and then spills everywhere. And I do that every single time because I'm kind of an idiot. All right. You seeing the bowl? Cool. Check that out. Vereniki. Pelmeni usually have meat, but you said you're making it in the shape of a tortellini, which is the shape of pelmeni. Yeah, so I'm doing a potato pelmeni because I know that exists. And vereniki would be if it was, I guess, if you were eating this in Ukraine. But I'm just wondering if you were to call it a pelmeni with kartoshka, would it be pelmeni ili kartoshka or kartoshki? I don't know. If anyone here knows, that would be you. We're gonna do 1 cup of flour. And I'm not too picky because it doesn't have to be exact. You can always just adjust later. 1 cup of flour. We're gonna keep some of that aside because we're gonna need that. So we're gonna want some salt. You're gonna take a good sized pinch of salt. 1 pinch. You're gonna hand mix potato dough. You can skip arms at the gym this week. Exactly. For real. This is kind of a workout. That is very true. All right. Salt. I'm gonna do 1 egg. Yitza, right? Masha, is it yitza? Один yitza. 1 egg. We're gonna do 3 teaspoons of water. There we go. We might need to add more flour depending on the size of that egg differs. But it looks like we'll be good. I think we'll be good. And 1 cup of flour is not going to make you very much. But we're making this for you and your date, and y'all can share a plate. Right. Probably needed a little bit more water, but you know what? That's fine. Right. Make sure to give that a good knead. Pelmeni с картошкой. Pelmeni с картошкой. Pelmeni с картошкой. Retro Bunny, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. If you're just catching us now, we are making a pelmeni с картошкой. Which is a potato dumpling. And right now we're making the dough, which was very easy. It was 1 cup of flour, pinch of salt, 1 egg, and 3 teaspoons of water. And that dough looks good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap that in plastic and put that in the fridge. You're supposed to keep it in the fridge for about a half an hour, but we'll keep it in there for 15. Get that in the fridge. "15 minutes in the fridge." So let's do a 15-minute timer. All right, give me like 2 minutes. I have to go pee. Cool, I got a fun little question. Oh, yeah. That's true. Caramelize some onions. Thank you, Masha. Thank you. I almost forgot. Okay. So back here, we're gonna do some onions. Let me get my tea real quick. You're gonna want to put that to medium high heat, and then as soon as it gets warm, we're gonna throw the onions in there, and that's going to cook on low because caramelizing onions is a slow process. Today we're having, and thank you, Masha. Yes, today we are having Earl Grey, vanilla Earl Grey with salted caramel crema, because salted caramel and Earl Grey tea is an absolute wonder. Baby doll, it's so good. You won't believe it till you try it. Try it, it's so good. All right, so for one serving, let's do about a quarter onion. I like them oniony, so let's do a quarter onion. And I'll show you how to small dice this real quick. Show you the easiest way to small dice this properly. Come over here. Come over here. Cool. So, you see this? Okay, let's do this. Basically, you don't want to cut all the way to the end. You'll just cut right here with this much left so that it all stays together. And go really thin, like this. Don't cut your fingers. And make sure your knife is always sharp. This knife is no longer sharp. See that? You see those layers? Okay. Now that it's all stuck together, you see that? Like, it's like hair. And if you all vote for blonde, this could be my hair. Look at that. Look how pretty. I could be a platinum blonde. You just have to go to my Instagram and actually vote blonde. Ah, моя сестра. Как дела? Что делаешь? Yes, I will see you next week. I'm excited. Hey, Monet, did you vote blonde or brunette? I want to know. And then the last bit, you just chop that up. Just chop it like that. And then we're gonna come over here. Like here. Let's lift that so you can see what I'm doing. And then how about that? Can you see that? Here we go. Here we go. Hold on, I saw that. You say you trade your life for a baby doll? That's funny. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby doll. Don't do it. Don't do it. Brunette, as someone who was platinum and lost some hair from it. But I think you can nail platinum again. Okay. Bro, I'll trade you my 7-string soloist for that chef knife. Maybe, but the chef knife was a gift. It was a gift from a knife shop in Montreal called Liminal. I'll tag them. It's on a medium because we're just caramelizing. We're gonna let it cook nice and slow. We're gonna add that to the potato mixture later. Now that you got a nice little bit of butter on all of your onions, you're gonna turn that down to low. Turn it down to low. You don't wanna burn them. They are gonna cook on their own. You don't even need to add much butter because onions sweat. So you just cook it. But this is all the butter you're getting in this dish. Usually I would sear the pelmeni in butter afterward, but I don't have any sage. And I don't have any reason to sear them because they look good white. Что ты готовишь? Что ты готовишь? I'm making a potato pelmeni. So a pelmeni с картошкой. Right, Masha? Did I say that right? All right, let's check these potatoes. So you know they're done when your fork tears them apart easily. We're gonna shut that off. Shut that completely off. Okay. Shut that off. We're gonna drain that water. Can you all see me? All right. So for the potatoes, we're not going to add not going to add cream for this. We're going to add milk. And we're not going to add a lot because we don't want it to be like mashed potatoes where it's just super soft that you can't really do much with it. We want it to stay together a little bit. So we're going to make it a little thicker than a mashed potato mix. So I'm going to take some milk. I would say about that much. So like just a drip. Maybe like, I don't know, 3 tablespoons. And we're gonna cook that on high until the milk starts to bubble. And to that, we're gonna add a big pinch of salt. A big pinch of salt is all you need. Maybe a pinch and a half. Maybe 2 pinches of salt. And then Masha, you're gonna need a masher. Is that good? And start mashing. Start mashing. Turn that down to like a low and just mash it. Now you can shut it off. Now you can shut that off. And you can unplug it if it makes too much sound. So give that a nice little mash. Take your masher and mash it. Got a nice little mash. All right. Let's cover that until the onions are done. Let's go check on the onions. They are still doing their thing. Look at them. How's that? hot. Okay, I got a second. Let's check to see what y'all are talking about. Okay. Dino 831, what's up to you? I never give up that guitar as well. Don't give up that knife. Thank you. Private question. When saying gotovish, wouldn't it be gatovish? Gatovish, yeah. It would, I mean, it depends on the word. So like malako, milk, yeah, it would be malako. A lot of the times, I guess the first O is usually an A sound. So yeah, it would be gatovish. Does using milk instead of heavy cream change the texture of the potatoes? Not really. It just, you can even use water. Cream just gives it that nice, like, fat. It changes the texture slightly because it makes it more rich, but you really don't need it. You can use milk because milk has fat in it too. Bro, your date is 24 minutes out. You better pick up the pace. Uh-oh. That's true. I think we could do it. 25 minutes? Yeah, we could totally do it. You know what? Use butter and milk to make mash. You're right, I forgot the butter. No, there's butter in the onions. I don't want to add too much. You know, if your date's coming over and you guys end up fooling around, you don't want to have all that fat because you'll just get tired. So we'll use the fat from the onions, put that into the potatoes when they're done caramelizing. And since our date is going to be over in like 22 minutes, let's get a pot of water boiling. And you know what? What will get a pot of water boiling faster than our trusty little induction burner? And if you want one of these induction burners, you can go to the links on my Instagram. I have it listed, but you don't honestly need it. I'm not trying to sell it to you. But if you want to boil your water really fast because your date's coming over, then yeah, you should probably get an induction burner. So let's close that. We'll take 5 minutes closing the lid of the flour. Let's put this over here. And let's get some water boiling. What do you say? What does that say? Literally nothing to contribute, just the coolest version of Bob Ross this generation needs. Butter and the onion is all you need. Bob Ross, I love that dude. That is one of the most positive dudes I've ever watched. All right, look at this. Water. Turn that on high. This will be boiling in no time. Look at that. The onions are starting to caramelize. Maybe a little too quickly because we were in a hurry. But you got some color. I think that's good enough. Let's do this. And the timer's on. I don't even know what I set that timer for. Do you know what I set that timer for? Butter is good though, but I ate a lot of, I had a lot of fatty foods today and I'm trying to keep my macros clean, so I can't have too much butter. I'm on a very, very strict macro diet, but I cheat on it all the time because let's get honest. At night, I find myself very hungry. All right, straight into the potatoes. And if you're Russian or Ukrainian or even Polish, and this is not how your grandmother does it, probably, but I don't care. This is how I do it. We'll mix that in there. Just like that. Mix that in there. Look at that, cloudy, fluffy, and it's not super creamy, it's more moldable, so you can stuff this into your ravioli, your tortellini, your pelmeni. Now, we do have to give that a try. Yep. Always the right amount of salt. Babydoll, that's good. You know what? It's just me eating these tonight, so I'm putting my own spoon back in. Deal with it. All right, so that's done. The mixture's done. We can start rolling out our dough, I believe. We can start to roll out our dough. All right. A little bit higher. How's that? Is that good? Cool. Okay. Sprinkle of black pepper. No, no black pepper today. Does it need black pepper? Masha, would it be more authentic if I put black pepper? No. So that induction burner that I have listed is a crappy, well, not crappy, it works, but it's an Amazon induction burner for sure. I do not have my own. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day I'll have my own induction burner, but not yet. So if you're an induction burner company and you want to get scientific with me, let's chat, because I'll do it. I have my specs and things I would like to change about it. Okay. You act like you're cooking 5 things at once, bro. I am. I'm literally cooking like 3-4 things at once. She's taking the exit off the highway as we speak. Oh, yeah, what time is it? 8:43. We started at 8. I said your date's coming over in an hour. We have 17 minutes, buddy boy. I think we'll be just fine. You'll be there keeping up these days. What? Oh, timer for dough. That was the timer for the dough. My man. Okay. Let's get that dough. There we go. Let's do this. Quick and easy. Take your flour, flour your surface. Take your dough. I always sprinkle a little into the onions at the end, but I'm sure it'll be okay without it too. Okay, you know what? If it's authentic Russian, Masha, let's get some black pepper. Crack a black pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just mix that black pepper right in there. Yeah, now you even got a little color. I like that. When you cut open that pelmeni, you'll see the little specks of black. That's pretty cool. And we're gonna leave that open so it'll cool off, so when we put it into the pelmeni, it won't burst. So, all right. Let's do this. Let's do this epic. Let's make this real epic. I'm gonna move this water over here because, yeah, see that? It's starting to boil already. That thing is quick. Let's make some room. I don't know if it'll stretch that far. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Right. Yeah. 15 minutes till your date's here. Plenty of time because these things only take 3 minutes to boil. So the next 10 minutes, you know what? Let's do this. We'll do this in the next 5 minutes. How about that? 5-minute dough. Super easy. Now that your dough's a little bit colder, it's going to be a little easier to roll out. One of the benefits of having cold dough, put it in the fridge. We're going to get this nice and thin. How did I miss this? You're making tortellini pierogi. Exactly. Tortellini pierogi. That's exactly what this is. You know what? I want to know who invented it first. Okay, see that? Your water's boiling. Check that out. Induction burner. Game changer. Alright. Let's get that nice and thin. This is a great workout. It really is. No, it's not harder. It's easier to roll out when it's cold because it stays stretched. When it's warm, it likes to shrink back. So the colder it is, the easier it is to roll. Preferably, you want to keep your pasta dough in the fridge for like, honestly, a day. You can make it the day before. Crap, you're right, our date is heading off the freeway, but it's alright because we live about 10 minutes from the freeway, so we have 12 minutes left. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, if you leave it in the fridge, this becomes a little easier. But to get it thin, you really got to roll it out. I'm literally gonna make one good tortellini, like, for sure. You already read my mind, man. I was like, I might just make one serving. Yeah, we're definitely making like 5 or 6. You can make about 23, 25 with this amount of dough. But like I said, keep it in your fridge longer. If your date's coming over, plan ahead. But it is possible. If you want to hurry, you can do this in an hour. We still have 10 minutes, 11 minutes. It's still not thin enough because you want to be able to kind of see through it. Just a little bit. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And if you want to make your life easier, get one of those bigger rolling pins with the outside so you can just put the weight on it. This thing is like, if you want to stay in shape. Because this thing is crappy. But this is what old Italian women used to use. This is all you see in New York is the regular rolling pin. They're a little bit bigger than this because this one's for like making cannoli. But dude, this is some work. Yeah, shrinking, that's the problem. You gotta put it in your fridge. Alright. Yeah, you can kind of see your hand through that. Let's use this. This should be good. Alright. Cool. I like to use this thing to cut it. I think it's the perfect size. Let's see how many we actually get at this size. They're usually really small, smaller than this. This is not your traditional size pelmeni. I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger because I think it looks prettier on a plate. And honestly, when you do just like bigger versions of it, I think it looks better. This one is for making cannoli. And if you haven't yet seen, go check out my lobster cannoli video. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you haven't seen the lobster cannoli video, go watch it. It took me like 5+ hours to edit that video because iMovie sucks. But right now it's the only thing I got on my Mac because my Mac's kind of old. Might be able to get one more. Let's see if we can get one more. You can do it. You can do it, little doll. There we go. Check it out. That is plenty enough for 2 people on a date. All right. We might actually have too much potato mixture. We'll just have to make that into something else. Let's go. She's making the left at the gas station. How did you know I live right next to the gas station? That gas station is like 2 minutes away though, so must be a different gas station. Thank you, my man. Did you make the lobster cannoli yet? All right. What are we doing? Yes. Take an egg. Whisk that egg. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Whisk that egg. All right. Potato mixture. Let's do this. You want to put about, that looks like almost a tablespoon. And we're not boiling this to cook any meat because there's no meat. It's all potatoes. So, you only have to boil it for 3 minutes. Pasta dough only takes 3 minutes, fresh pasta dough. And you could also use a piping bag if that's easier for you. I also have a piping bag in that list of essentials. But you don't need to. You don't need a piping bag. You gotta use what you have. Alright, so you're going to want to cut that potato recipe in half because I made too much. Go figure, I have a portion control problem. You see, if you're rolling that dough out like an old Italian woman, you're going to sweat a lot because it's work. That's why Italian women have nice, strong arms. Italian women are some of the toughest women in the world, and they have to raise Italian men. So that's why Italian women are resilient. But it's so hot. Who knew? All right. I'm on my knees because it actually works out better like this because this table's too big. I want a stool. Okay. She got a slow car. Go, go, go. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. She's almost here. In fact, it did. I personally never had lobster though. For the potato mixture, muy brat, I would recommend tightly wrap in plastic, stick in fridge, make Japanese Russian croquette. Yeah. Oh, for the next one. Monet, send me a message, remind me. Okay. I'll do that. I'll take the leftovers. Yeah, I can do something with it. You're right. I can do that tomorrow. I'll make like a short. Cool. Моя сестра! Spasiba. It's up there. I love it. If you ever get a chance to get monkfish, it's a great substitute. Monkfish is a substitute for what? No, the onions are done. What are you talking about? What meat would you be a good pair for this food? The protein in. So you can do like any sort of meat, like a ground meat, like a beef, like a ground beef. You can do chicken. You can do ground chicken. You can do ground turkey. You can do anything. You typically, if you want it vegetarian, you can do potatoes. You can do cabbage. You can do sauerkraut. I like to do potatoes, cabbage, and sauerkraut and onions, but I kind of wanted to make these more simple when you don't want to cook anymore. I've been cooking all day. Like, we just served a 16 people party at 5, and like, I'm tired. This recipe is if you're like too tired and you just want to chill. Yeah, super good workout. Yeah, ground veal, especially. And I'll look up our fish markets. Fish is usually very pricey. We're in a landlocked country. Tell me again where you are. The monkfish is a good half-priced option for lobster. Yeah, okay, so for that lobster cannoli, you can also use shrimp. You could also use chicken. I happen to like it very much with chicken. Oh yeah, Czech Republic, okay. Seafood's expensive over there? That's interesting. Why is that? Are you guys far from the water? I don't know where that is on the map. Okay, let's close these things, all right? Let's close these things. You're gonna take a brush with your egg mixture. Half. Just half. On half of it, okay? See that? You don't need to go around the whole thing. Half of it should be enough. Our date will be here. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. She's in the driveway. Okay. You know what? Our date was late today because she wanted to get pretty, so that's the truth. Let's do that. She's late, so we have like 10 more minutes. Okay. Close it. In on itself. Make sure you press really hard. I know, the end of a cooking challenge for real. Put your finger like this. Put your finger, fold it over, and then press these two like that. You see that? You can take a little bit of egg and make sure it's nice and smashed like that. You see that? Okay, one done. Let's get this one. Yeah, we're on MasterChef again. Let's make this quick. Close it. Two done. Seafood is cheap in Pennsylvania. Is that true? Are you all by the water, Pennsylvania? I'm not too good with my states. I had to add some water because it took so long. It all boiled out. Got time, bro. She stopped for a belated Valentine's card for you. That's so cute. Cards are so old school. I love that. People don't give cards anymore. Cards are important. What about at Great Lakes? No way! What are some lake fish? I've never been to Philly. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I've never even driven through there. Okay, we have plenty. This is gonna be plenty. It's cheaper in Brooklyn at the Asian markets and Bed Center. That's super true. I love getting cards and giving them. That's very sweet. I will be expecting one for my birthday in September. I'm just kidding, you're not gonna send me nothing. Alright, here we go. We're rolling it up. Could you imagine hand making this for a restaurant? I was thinking of opening up a pelmeni restaurant, but I don't know if I could do this all morning. That's almost done. Lake trout, steelhead, striper, and my favorite walleye. Sick, man. That's so cool. I gotta come visit you. I think making the croquettes and adding a Russian twist, perhaps topping with a dollop of seitan and caviar would go perfectly with the nice panko crust. Yeah, I think that would be good too. That sounds very good. We're gonna cook a lot of Japanese things when you get here, so pick some recipes. The prep you would need for a fresh pierogi restaurant, could you imagine? Yeah, dude, I could. I used to go to a lot of Thai restaurants. I made a lot of friends who were from Thailand, and I would go in there and watch them make like so many dumplings. And even Sarah, where I met Sarah, was working at a place called Umami, Japanese restaurant in Montreal, and they make their own gyoza. And that prep, it's just, you just stand there for like 3 hours. 3 hours doing this. It's prep intensive. But you know what? This is relaxing. It's supposed to be relaxing. I know I said your date was coming over in an hour, but you gotta forgive me because I was talking to y'all. I'm hanging out with y'all. So a little bit slower today. Alright, one more. So I went to look and you literally can't even find prices for lobster. You'd have to order it so they stock it or go there in person. Yeah, don't use lobster. No, don't buy lobster. If it's that expensive, it's not worth it. You can use shrimp. You can use chicken. I suggest using shrimp or chicken. Alright, done. All right, let's do this. Ready to go. Let's drop those in the water. We did it, guys. Typically, you want to use a slotted spoon, but it doesn't seem like we have one in this house. So, all right, salt the water. Nice big pinch of salt. 3 minutes in, all right? When they start to float, that's how you know they're done. Let's throw them all in there. Three minutes on the timer. Come over here. Timer, 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. We're gonna boil that for 3 minutes. 3 minutes? 3 minutes in restaurant time. Look at that. Okay, 3 minutes. We're going good. 3 minutes in restaurant time means you have a quick second for a smoke break. Cause you do. That's just the chef life. So we're gonna try to get a quick smoke break. Coffee's so good. How much is lobster in the big USA? So I got 2 lobster tails for like, I think like $8. The weather out here is nice. It's so warm. Like, it's February and it's super warm. Throwing a butter sauce on them. No. I'm gonna do same garnish I do on all the soups. The best thing to use for a classic pelmeni is smetana and dill. Yeah, I'm in the States. The black and silver way. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Where you from? Oregon, it's like $15 a pound. Yeah. Don't use lobster, use shrimp. Shrimp's just as good. I should have asked one of y'all to put on a 3-minute timer. So I'm pretty sure 3 minutes is almost up. Lion dog. Hey, I love you too. From the Bay Area, just a fan of you for MasterChef. Followed you on all socials for years. Cheers. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying the YouTube videos. All right. That's called a line cook smoke break. You only have 3 minutes because you got to get back in there and get your butt whooped for another hour. Because people like to go to restaurants 5 minutes before it closes. 28 seconds left. 25 seconds, okay. See, that's what I call a smoke break and a leak. I'm gonna take a leak. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Yes, Monet, I'm so excited for you to be here. I can't wait. Look at that, they're floating. Okay. Bless you. All right. Your tortellinis are floating. That means they're good to go. Let's show you how to plate this, huh? First of all, get those out of there. See, they're bigger than a normal pelmeni. Pelmeni are supposed to be very cute and small, but I'm gonna serve it super nice. So I like the big texture. It looks prettier, in my opinion, and you can serve less. Usually at a pelmeni restaurant, you'll get like, I don't know, 15 on your plate. But here at Dinochka's house, we do bigger pelmeni. shut that induction burner off because this thing is annoying. All right. I'll show you how to plate this, huh? I'll show you how to plate this. I'm your biggest fan. Is that true? Lion Dog? Where you from? I love Joe and MasterChef. Thank you. Did Joe hire me? No, I didn't end up working for Joe. I didn't want to work for any of them. You're a vegetarian, so this is perfect for you. Cinnamon Girl, great to see you. You should choose your cooking adventure in a video game. I know. I want to make a video game so bad. I have some ideas. Especially like a retro style game, like really old PS1 graphics. All right, I'll show you how to plate this. And this could be a shareable plate. So when your date comes over, you can just eat them real cute like this. No, let's do that. Let's spread it out. Let's not stack them, not today. Let's do that. Okay. Cool. We have a squeeze bottle. So a good way to elevate your dishes really quickly. Talk to the judges. I talk to Aaron Sanchez every once in a while. So we don't have any smetana, but we have sour cream, which is the same thing. But if you really want to elevate your plating, I suggest you use one of these squirt bottles. And you can get this on my Amazon Kitchen Essentials. Like that. I know I look like I'm struggling with it, and it's probably because I am. Here we go. All right, let's come back over here. Let me get you a better angle. How's that? You know what? Less is more. less is more. Let's make this pretty. I have an idea. Let's go here, 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 here. And for your date, we'll just pick the prettiest ones, okay? So we'll go like that. Cool. Let's do that. You take your squirt bottle. You're gonna take your smetana. You're gonna do a nice little dollop right there. Nice little dollop right there. Let's do one right there. Basically just fill the empty spaces. And let's do one right here in the center. Like that. You're gonna take your ukrap. Where are we at? Okay. Let's put one here. Let's put a little here. Let's put one here. Let's put a little dill here. Let's put one there. And let's put a bunch of tiny ones on the center. Like that. And then we can do a nice cracker pepper to add a little bit of contrast. Look at that. Whew, that's actually pretty. Baby doll, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm very proud of that one. You gotta see it from this angle. Check this out. Look at that. Yep, every recipe has had the sour cream. That is true. This is very Russian forward. Bear with me. We'll do a taste test in a moment. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure we get some pictures. You know what? Hey, I have an idea. Never mind. I forgot what the idea was already. All right, let's go try it. Let's get you nice and set up in our bedroom. There we go. Okay. What is that? Too many tattoos. CJC, you are late. We made Do I like Gordon Ramsay? Yes. How late are you? You're late. We made a something called a pelmenis kartoshkoy. So a potato dumpling, basically a Russian potato dumpling, and we served it with smetana, so a Russian sour cream, and just some ukrop, dill. Is the white stuff the sour cream? Yes, we just have sour cream. It's the same thing as smetana. It's slightly different, but it's basically the same. My boyfriend is Ukrainian. Maybe I should make him make me these. Yes, or make it for him and surprise him. That would be even cooler. Every recipe has had the sour cream. Yes, that is true. You should use black plate or dark plate. Yeah, that would be a nice contrast. This might be blasphemy, but how do you think of tzatziki would work with this? Tzatziki would be good. I mean, all these flavors, like if they taste good separately, usually they taste pretty good together. Like, and tzatziki's nice because you have that freshness of the cucumber. If I could eat about 40 of those bad boys, I'm so mad I'm late again. I keep catching the ends. It's okay because it's going to be up on YouTube. You can watch it. You can come hang out with me. Make sure you're here next Sunday. I think we might do an outdoor on the fire. We should meet greet. Yeah, we could do a meet and greet, but I'm in Arizona. I forgot to respond to my comment on the last live about making your MC dishes, but I just left my response for your notes. Cool. Would a sauce be wrong fit for that dish? No, you can put a sauce in here, but it's mashed potatoes. So if you're gonna do a sauce that would go good with mashed potatoes and onions, I would definitely do like a gravy, like a dark gravy. You can take a bunch of vegetables, boil them in a. I would do a white wine, boil them in a white wine, and then puree that with cream. Make a nice gravy. Add thyme. Um, Italian herbs, garlic, and cook it down. And then you can do that sauce. That would be good. I love Ramsay too. Yeah, Ramsay's dope. The dish is beautiful. Thank you so much. What do you think of only dill sauce with meat and potatoes? In Czech, we call it koprovka. I think you'd like it. So, in the comments, write that down. I want to look that up. I need to learn more Czech recipes. The Czech Republic, is that considered a cis country? Was that part of the Soviet Union once upon a time? I love Arizona. I love it too. Hi, Mr. Dino. I was wondering where the love of Russian culture comes from. I don't know. It's like the motherland is calling me. It's like it's in my blood. That's even better than the Eastern side. Do you like making German food? I went to lunch the other day with some clients and forgot how awesome German food is. German food is absolutely amazing. I love German food. I love German restaurants. I love everything German. I want to go to Germany so bad. I want to go to Berlin and go to the indoor water park. If y'all want to do a meet and greet, how about this? How about this? Spread the word of this channel and I will use whatever. If it gets monetized, I will use that to come visit you in every single country. And when I meet and greet, we'll do groups, we'll cook together, but we have to do indoor water parks. So if you have an indoor water park in your city, I'll be there. Will you ever do any Italian dishes or pastas? I would love to learn those. Yes, I'm doing an eggplant parmesan recipe this week. Yep, we were. So we also have the brutalist infrastructure you love. I know. I know. Can we talk more about this, please? I would love some recipe ideas and maybe a couple of video clips of where you live. because brutalist architecture. If you send me videos and pictures of brutalist architectures, do it on my Instagram. I would be so happy. I love when people send me pictures of like Panelka inside of a stairway. I'm obsessed with stairwells. I'm obsessed with panel buildings. I'm obsessed with Khrushchevka. I'm obsessed with brutalist architecture. So if you want to make me happy, send me pictures of those things. Masha, yeah, I should come to New York when it gets hot again. India and Germany. Do you do India and Germany scares me food? I don't know what that is. What is that? I wish, LOL, I live in a boring town. What town exactly? Do you guys have an indoor pool? Because I'm down for that too. How does German food scare you, but Indian food doesn't? Oh, okay, let me read that. I can't read right now. I don't know what that says. You can send it to me on Discord. Um, yeah, send it to me on Discord. Are you on my Discord? All right, let's try this. I'm gonna try that one right in the center with all the smetana. Yeah, did you write me on Instagram? I'm sorry if I didn't see that. I try to check all my messages, but I get too many messages on Instagram. It's hard to keep up. Cattle cars, they send you off on cattle cars. Wait, what are you talking about? I think my Discord's on my Instagram. Yeah, dude, okay. If you have a cool stairwell at the hotel you work at, film it for me on your phone sideways, horizontal mode, and send me a clip on my email. Send me a message on Discord. I'll give you my email. Send me the clip, and I'll put it in my video project. I have a side project called Light Gray VHS. I'll type it right here. If you're not following Light Gray VHS on YouTube, you need to because it's pretty cool. It's my independent Slavic film series. Light Gray VHS. If you're not subscribed to it, go. All right, let's give this a try. That's so good. I think I might eat it all. I cook so much Indian food. I love Indian food. My favorite Indian dishes is dosa. Oh man, this is so good. Dude. All right, you want to see what it looks like on the inside? That is so good. Look at that. Look at that potato madness. It's so good, dude. And you know what? Thank you for spending Sunday with me. I always enjoy it. There's nothing like a room full of people that I love with a nice cup of vanilla tea and a nice bowl of potato pelmeni. I found your spice blends linked on your Instagram and bought them. Oh, thank you so much, Natalie. I appreciate it. Did you try it? How do you like it? Have you cooked with it? Masha, it came out so good. Lion Dog, are you from India? Are you Indian? I love Indian food. I love dosa. I love bangan bartha. I love aloo gobi. I love it all, man. Indian's one of my favorite dishes. Thank you, Curious George. That's exactly what it is. So, the Czech Republic, I think, would be a pierogi, right? Or if you're Polish, that would be pierogi. Pierogi. And then this would be a pelmeni in Russia. In Ukraine, it would be called verniki. And in China, it would be called a dumpling. And in Italy, it would be called a tortellini. Retro Bunny, you're very welcome. Thank you for hanging out. You are a pro at Indian cuisine. No, I'm not a pro. I wish, but I'm not a pro. Definitely not. Big Polish community in Michigan where I used to live. Best pierogi I found in the States. Michigan. I think there's a big Polish community in Ohio too. But I didn't know that about Michigan. I only been to Detroit. And Detroit was a little, let's just say I had to keep my wits about me. I had to keep my wits about me. Where's your girlfriend? My wife. My wife is in the room with the dogs. I have a dream of doing a food tour of India. A little intimidating. Do it. Do it. Go. If you have the means to go do it. Go do it. Be careful, but go do it. Go eat. Go do a food tour. Find somebody that you know over there so you have someone to show you around. Make sure you plan your trips very well. Make sure you research where you're going, where you're staying, but definitely go on an adventure. But if you go to other countries, always make sure you do a lot of research where you're going. Try to learn a couple of words, because it could be sketchy. You just want to make sure you know what you're doing. Favorite dish to cook? Probably this. I like making blini. I'll show you how to make a blini. A blini is a Russian crepe. Maybe we can do that next Sunday. Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania are flooded with Polish. They have a big Polish community in Wisconsin. Kansas City, we have a water park. All right. Send me a picture of that water park. Write it in the comments. If you play anything other than Minecraft and Arc Raiders right now, no. Because I'm in like my I go through phases, okay? My mind is mental. I go through phases where I do a lot of one thing. The only thing consistent about my day is Bible study. Bible study and hanging out with God. But when I go through phases, I really get into things and I stop doing other things. So like I haven't been playing a lot of video games lately, but I have been playing Arc Raiders every once in a while. I've literally just been working on recipes all month, nonstop. If you guys want every recipe I know, this could take years. It would take years for me to complete every recipe. But if you like the recipes, please help spread the word, support it, because like it does make me feel a little more confident when I know people are enjoying them. So go and comment on them. Like let me know you like it. Give me suggestions. Keep the conversations going. And it's good for my YouTube too. It really helps with all the engagement. So if you want to chit chat, I always respond to my comments on YouTube. Always. I don't always see the messages on Instagram because those inboxes get flooded. But YouTube, I can always respond. So if you have cooking questions, if you have life questions, if you just need a prayer, anything, write to me. I got you. Crepes, dosa, give me anything that's a thin pancake and I'm down. Exactly. And the best thing to put a thin pancake is custard, strawberry, chocolate, whipped cream. Wrap it up, eat it. Best thing ever. I love custard and crepes. Happy Hindu Shiva Day. Today is Shiva Day. I'm not familiar with that. What is that? Tell me what that is. I love going nonverbal on the slides for real. Yeah, dude. If you want, hey, dude, Monet. So you understand liminal space and water parks. So if you want, while you're here, we can go to the Great Wolf Lodge. It's an indoor water park. It's kind of small, but it's like very sick. Like it's so liminal. The hallways are dope. Like we can even just get a room there for the night. You can stay the night there if you wanted to for one of the nights and just like take it all in. And we can like film some hallways and like, dude, we gotta go to the Great Wolf Lodge. Oh, and Monet, you're sleeping in here. I'll get the bed ready and everything. This is your room, the creative room. This is light gray headquarters. Monet, let's play Arc Raiders together. Get on, get a microphone. I want to play. We don't play games together. You don't even play Minecraft, dude. Are you Christian? Yes, that's what they call us. But keep in mind, you can tell a true Christian by how much they try to be like Jesus Christ. People mess up, so don't let your bad Christian friends or bad examples of religion set you off, because a true follower of Christ will show it in his ways. And what I mean by that is, ever since so I try to be like Christ, okay? And it's impossible because he's perfect. He loved everybody. He forgave everybody. He wanted to help everybody. He gave his life for everybody. So I try to live my life that same exact way. I want to love people. I want to take care of people. I want to forgive people. You need to be forgiving. You can never hold on to grudges. There's no point. And there's a lot of bad examples of Christians out there, trust me, I know. But a relationship with God gives me peace. It gives me confidence. I'm not afraid to die anymore. I used to be really scared of dying. I used to be really scared of losing family members. I get a lot of anxiety thinking about it. But now I understand that, bless you. I understand, bless you. I understand that life has its problems and we'll all go through problems. But having no fear is absolutely, it's such a peaceful feeling. That's all I could say about that. Favorite Bible scripture? I have a couple tattooed on me. Where's it at? Great Wolf Lodge. I'm down for ice cream time. All right, check this out. Prici, 1722. So, Proverbs 1722. Basically, Proverbs 1722 is my favorite. Mainly because I like the Minecraft skeleton, so I wanted to come up with a cool verse to go with my artwork. And Proverbs 1722 says that being in good cheer, like being of good confidence, being of a good heart, is medicine for your soul. But being in a bad mood, being, just, let me look up the actual, I paraphrase things so badly. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'm just so bad at memorizing lines. That's why I can never be an actor, because I can never remember lines. All right, Proverbs 17:22, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Basically, if you have a cheerful heart, if you're grateful, if you just a cheerful person, and I know it's hard to be cheerful in this world because this world sucks. But I'm telling you, there's a peace that comes with losing all fear. and trusting God for whatever happens, happens. I don't care. I don't know where I'm going to be next year. I don't know where I'm going to be this year. Anything could happen, but I'm ready for anything. I have no fear. Life is an adventure. So a cheerful heart is good medicine. When your friend's going through depression, when your friend lost a family member, it's good to be around cheerful people, just cheering your heart up. But a crushed spirit dries up the bones. So like depression, being stuck in a rut, and we all go through it. I suffer from depression still. I have ever since I was young. I got here, I'll tell you a little story. This is kind of crazy. This is actually kind of crazy. So when I was 7 years old was the first time I noticed something weird. I was turning on the water faucet in my bathtub on and off, like just for no reason, because it made me feel, I guess, safe. And then we realized I had something called obsessive compulsive disorder, and it got super bad. Super bad. I'm talking, it took me a long time to do normal people things. Like putting on my clothes would take so long. I'd put my underwear on, my pants on, and my shirt on. And in my head, if I didn't like think of certain things correctly, it's so strange. It's so complicated to explain. I won't even try to explain it, but like I would put on my clothes for like an hour just trying to get them on. That's how bad it was. Anyway, long story short, it gets so bad that when I was young, like my mother was able to get me a slip from the government saying that I was actually completely mentally disabled, because I was. I was so mentally disabled that I could not get up and do normal people things. I got fired from a lot of jobs, not because I was lazy, not because I was not good, but because sometimes I would be putting on my clothes for so long I couldn't leave the house, or like I'd have to flip on light switches. Otherwise, I was afraid people would die. Like I grew up with such weird thoughts. It's really hard to it's really hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. And my OCD just got worse and worse, and depression and anxiety. I was like the weird kid. But I think the thing that saved me in school was and I wish I could go to schools and tell kids this, but the one thing I would change, or not change, the one thing I would share with kids is don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be embarrassed. Don't get embarrassed. Being embarrassed is embarrassing. I never get embarrassed. I don't. I go to the store dressed like this and people stare at me like, why is that guy wearing that? I get a lot of compliments on this hat. I get a lot of weird looks, especially at Costco, this outfit. Like, dude, I don't care. Be you. Just, if you're a good person, you have nothing to explain to anybody. Just don't be a dick. That's it. Simple as that. Don't be a dick. Be a good person. Be a godly person. Help the people who need help. And wear whatever the hell you want to wear. It does not matter. Don't be embarrassed. Anyway, I had no fear of embarrassment, so yeah, kids are a-holes. I had no fear of being embarrassed. Life was so much easier. And believe me, if I got embarrassed easily, it would suck, because there were certain times I had to walk up and down a curb, like right foot first, left foot second. And if I didn't go up the curb correctly, or I stepped on a crack, I'd have to step off the curb. And believe me, imagine my life, okay? I had girlfriends growing up, okay? And they'd want to hold my hand. And I'm like, you sure you want to hold my hand? Because, like, we're going to be doing some weird things. You hold my hand, I'm going to be walking up and down a curb. Like, and some of them were nice. They were like, they would do it. Most of them were nice. Actually, nobody had a problem with it. Nobody actually had a problem with it. But, and this is really bugging me, hold on. And no one ever had a problem with it. But my OCD was just crazy. It was crazy. Like, it made me mental. I could talk about that some other day. I'm sorry, let me catch up real quick. Oh, hell yeah, Australian licorice for the win. Masha, you know what's up. Out of the blue, I just got an idea from the sausage gravy biscuits, but breaded fried pierogi in place of biscuits. Yes, sir! Dude, we should write a cookbook together. Me and you need to get together and like cook something random, because bro, you be on your flavors. I know you know what you're doing in the kitchen already. Great Wolf Lodge is great. They have like a lazy river thing that's relaxing. Yes, exactly. And if it's hot, it's a nice place to be because it's so liminal space. There's so many people in there, but when I get into a place like an indoor water park or a hotel, everybody just disappears because I don't see them. I'm so enamored by the structure of the place. Dish number 2 written on the notepad. Yes, baby doll. I just went to one in the States when I visited family. Retro, where are you again? Please remind me. I'm so sorry. What do you do now, Dino? I'm a private chef. We do a lot of weddings, private events, catering. Yeah, that's what we do. Still in the food industry. I found a good example of a Christian is one who thinks they're a bad example, if that makes sense, on par with what you're saying. I try to live my life in Christ's image, but it is impossible. Exactly, it's very impossible. But as long as we try, we just have to try our best. I have been to Great Wolf Lodge. What'd you think about it? Proof that MasterChef isn't scripted. It really isn't, man. That show is so authentic. Like MasterChef is, they let the people do what they do. And if there's drama, there's drama. And you know what? We're all so under pressure all the time that there's drama. It's not scripted. They don't tell us what to say. MasterChef is actually pretty authentic. I respect that company a lot. Isaiah 41:10 really helps me when I get anxious. Let's look that up. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Amen. That is so true. I'm going to keep that up. I like that. I know that one. Isaiah. It's a good one. Kids are a-holes in school. That's true. Authentic and kind. Are you talking about me? That's so sweet. That's sweet. I'd be a bit scared wearing the Ushanka, but that's just because you're in America. Yeah. Yeah, no. Nah, yeah, people, yeah, especially people here in Arizona, they probably automatically think, oh, this dude's a communist. But like Russia wasn't even actually communist. They didn't actually get there. They tried, but they didn't accomplish it. They were aiming for it, but it was never communist. Or maybe it was. I can't tell you. I think they are better than you. Who? Who thinks they're better? You gotta be pressing late 30s. Correct? You talking to me? How old do I look? You think I'm in my late 30s? Oh yeah, Ontario, Canada. I love my Canadians. Yay. I had a pop-up in Toronto once upon a time. What part of Ontario are you in? I went to London once. That was interesting. I got a month until the season starts, so I could use a Thursday, Sunday vacation in temps anywhere above. Is that what it is? It's freezing over there? Dude, snowbird to Phoenix, baby. Have you seen the internet drama circulating about Bastianich? No, what are they saying about Bastianich? What is it? He got in trouble? What is it? I only asked about the age because our mentalities have aligned like planets with our ideologies. Yeah. How old are you? Dino hasn't aged a day since MasterChef. You found the fountain. That's very sweet. The fountain is called having a half Asian mother. Oh man, it's the truth. My mother looks like she's still in her 20s, man. My mother's a beautiful woman. I need to tell her that more often. Thank you. I live 2 hours out of Toronto. Which way? To the west or to the east? Well, if you were 2 hours, yeah, to the west or to the east. Because Toronto's 6 hours from Montreal, right? 5 hours. 38. Oh, baby doll. Me and you are exactly the same age. Yes, I eat lots of spicy foods. I love spicy foods. I love it. I love it. Spicy foods is so good. East. 2 hours east. Oh, okay. What city is that? What is 2 hours east of Toronto? All right, guys. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then I gotta go. I got a long day tomorrow, so. And I'm filming like 2 or 3 recipes tomorrow. Go on my Instagram and vote. Blonde or brunette? I need to know. And I really want to dye my hair blonde. But, thank you, my love. But, I don't have to. I could be brunette, because I don't mind it. But you have to go to my Instagram and pick. Because it's going to come with a lot of fun recipes. And if you missed my challenge at the beginning of this video, go to my Instagram, my very last post. It's a character select challenge, okay? Basically, you're gonna vote on my post, brunette or blonde. If you pick brunette, I'm gonna do dark dishes. So red meats, gravies, dark sauces, dark breads. And if you pick blonde, I'm gonna do vanilla and light sauces, Alfredos, bechamels, light sauces, and vanilla and light coffee. The next 10 recipes basically, so the next month. And I will be platinum blonde again. So pick brunette like this. I stay this for the next month while I film your next 10 recipes, or blonde and I film light recipes. Pick. Go to my Instagram and pick one. I've got to drop. Thanks for doing the live. We'll see you next Sunday on time. Hey, have a great night. God bless you. I love you so much. I'll ask my girl tomorrow and get her schedule. If she's on her 5 to 12, I'll book a flight. Obviously, I got to see what Pittsburgh is charging short notice to Arizona. What do you do for work? I don't think I asked you that. Did I ever ask you that? What does your girl do for work? What's a 5 by 12? I don't know what any of that means. I just followed you on Instagram. Cool. Instagram is at the gourmet rabbit. Thanks for the follow. Send me a message. But actually, I'll try to check all my messages, okay? If you guys have sent me messages on Instagram, I'm so sorry. It's really hard to check because they fill up. Like, they just keep stacking it. It's hard to I'll try to find time, but it's easier for me to answer questions on YouTube. And it really helps out the channel if you talk to me on YouTube. Like, if you comment more stuff, it really helps the channel. And if the channel does well, the more likely you are to keep me on track and busting out recipes. Like, if you want to see me bust out recipes, like you want recipes every week, I'll give you like 2 a week. Get this channel monetized. It'll inspire me. And it'll help me with, like, I'll even go get groceries and we can cook new stuff. Like, there's a lot of recipes that I'm posting in the next month that are, depending if you pick brunette or blonde, you got to pick one because I can't tell you which recipes they are. But when I make them, you're going to say, you know what? I've never seen that recipe before. And I'll tell you why. It's because it doesn't exist. we're gonna make some stuff up together. I'm gonna make up things that are good, things that I've like experimented with. I've made foods up in the past that don't have any names because they're not from any culture. It's like a mix of cultures, a mix of stuff. You're gonna see some wild recipes. So engagement on this channel, keep it going, and you're gonna get a buttload of recipes. Bring back the blonde master chef hair. Okay, go vote. Filipino recipes, yes sir. Oh yes ma'am. What are you? Any Filipino recipes? Yes, for sure. We have adobo every Monday. Tomorrow's chicken adobo, that's true. Maybe we film that. It's a good idea. What's your Instagram ID? Instagram is at the gourmet rabbit. Light lamb and sausage meatloaf with smashed potatoes and asparagus. Brunette gang. All right. All right. I see you. Ooh. Ooh. I might gain a few pounds when we hang out. You got a lot of good ideas, my man. 512s from time to time. Nursing schedules. Oh, the nursing thing. Yeah, I heard about that. Nurses work crazy schedules. I'm not going to bug you through messages. Please do. If you send me a bunch of messages on Instagram, it might come to the top, and if I check it and it's there, I'll see it. So bombard my inbox with messages. Go ahead. And then when I see it, I'll respond to it. But do talk to me on YouTube because it really helps. It really does. Once spring hits, I work and then work and then work. There's a recipe I cannot wait to see. Yeah, exactly. That's why you want the brunette. It's just so good. Now I want to see what a Dino cooked chicken adobo is like. Okay. Are you Filipino? Are you from the Philippines? I try to leave messages on your YouTube videos to help. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Retro Bunny, you're a gamer, right? Maybe we can play some games. Maybe you can get Arc Raiders. Very fun. Do you go live every Sunday at the same time? Yes. Every Sunday at 8 o'clock. I might start doing it at 7 though, because by the time 8 o'clock rolls around, I'm pretty tired. Does 8 work for y'all, or would you prefer it to be 7? Let me know in the comments. Yes, I am. Cool. Filipino pride. Babydoll. What is your favorite Filipino dish? CFS Villanueva. Retro Bunny, you game. Okay, let's game. First person shooter, yes. But it's like, it's very much like Fortnite, but not. Like, it's not lame. It's just a similar, like, gun structure. But it's super fun. It's basically what Fallout 76 should have been. Like, you go around as a raider, go to the surface, and you try to get, like, machine parts. Try to get machine parts. And then you, like, take it back to your base, and you take it apart, and you just get a bunch of junk, and then you can build guns and stuff, and then you go back. And you could fight other people, like it's PvP, but most of the time people don't mess with you. They're just busy like doing stuff. You do lose the stuff you have if you die, but all the stuff you have is so cheap to make because it's all like junk. So it's a really fun game. We should play. I'd love 7, but I'm Eastern Standard Time. Well, 7 works. 7 because it's 3 a.m. here. Dude, for real? 3 a.m. Cool. Sometimes it's nice to stay up till 3 a.m. I gotta admit, I had a phase of staying up till 4 playing Minecraft. Wonderful time. I was also very sad. Yeah, look into the game. My favorite band. I don't know. I make music on Spotify and Apple Music. Actually, my music's everywhere. It's under Dinochka. Go listen to it. I'm gonna type it in the comments. My music artist name is Dinochka. So look me up. If you have Apple Music, if you have Spotify, go listen to it. I'm Eastern Standard Time too, so 7 is like 9. Okay, so if 7 o'clock works better, I'll do it at 7. I got Discord. It's in my links on my Instagram bio. Okay, yeah, your band is my favorite band. That's true. That is true. That is true. I do like your music. You are a killer guitar player, that's for sure. I just haven't jumped back into my music era. I'm sorry, man. That's why I haven't been making music. It's just I haven't gotten back into it yet. But as soon as I put Ableton back on, I've just been filming recipes, okay? As soon as I get Ableton back on, I'm working on a new EP. You're gonna love it. Go check out the music that I have up there now. It's pretty sick. Very Minecraft inspired, but very also like 1980s retro synthwave. Bless you. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that's my French song. That's my like happy feel good summer song. I think I wrote that during the summer. When did I write that? Maybe during the spring. Dude, share your band. Write your band name in the chat. Everyone needs to know what it is. We support each other in this group. All right. Any last questions? I gotta go. My phone's about to die. Everybody wants to hear technical death metal. Put your band name in there. Put it in the comments too, and I'll pin it. Put your band name in the comments and I'll pin it. Send me a link, okay? Yeah. Comment it. I will pin it. Retro Bunny. Good night, baby doll. All right, I gotta go, guys. My phone's gonna die. I love you. Ya tibia lu blue. Ya tibia lu blue.